Hey, what's up YouTube? FearxBlaze here, bringing you guys another episode of these survival games. Today we are on the map Par 72, and this is a very weird video because I did originally play the game and it was a very good game, but halfway through I just completely blanked out, and I was like, you know what, instead of just blanking out and not continue with the topic, I could just cut it here and voice over it and make it a lot better. Because in all honesty, when I voice over videos, I get more of my opinion out, and I get to speak more from what I actually think than kind of just improvising most of the time. So let's get started with that. So the topic for this video is going to be resource packs. As you guys can see in my video, I am using my very simple default edit, and I just want to talk about the overall flow of how resource packs go. Many people are either default people or faithful people. I used to be a faithful person, or used to love faithful, but then after a while, sorry, I was reading the chat in Minecraft, I paused it really bad right there, but I used to be a faithful person, or I used to like using faithful for everything I do, and then after a while, I thought to myself, you know, default is how you start off the game. A lot of people like default. Default's just a standard way of playing Minecraft. Why not just play with some default? And then, as time developed, I wanted to make small changes to it, because I know there's some crazy resource packs out there that make, like, the bow a gun and the arrows, like, ammunition for it, and it's some really crazy stuff. But for me personally, I like just simple default with simple changes. But after using default for a long period of time, I realized there were some things in default that I did not like, such as the fire. When you get set on fire, it covers the top of your screen. When you go underwater, you cannot see anything. And the bow, I want to know when my bow is fully charged, so I like the light up bow effect. But it seems like the originality of resource packs nowadays is just going down the drain to a certain extent, and that's not a bad thing. I like simple resource packs a lot. And the biggest issue, with me at least, is I know that somebody commented on my last video, I think it was my shell video, and said, quote unquote, your resource pack is pretty much Huawei's resource pack. I don't understand that, because I want to just talk about how most resource packs are made. Most people make their resource packs by going in another resource pack, dragging and dropping, and taking what textures they like. And for the most part, I just want to cover this because I'm pretty sure some of you guys may have thought like, wow, Fear, that's Huawei's bow, that's Huawei's fishing rod, etc, etc. But the thing is though, actually, fun fact, it's not Huawei's bow or fishing rod, because I've had that bow for a long time. Those of you guys have been watching me for a while, and the fishing rod, I actually got it from one of my friends, and it is pretty standard in many PvP packs. Everybody has that. It's just like the black fishing rod. It's more stealthy, more ninja-like, and it's not like it's so out of the blue, like, hey, you know what? Huawei's the only person that can use a black fishing rod. Tons of people use black fishing rods, and it's just what color you want, and I've wanted a black fishing rod for a while, and then Skips actually sent me a black fishing rod texture that was default, and I was like, wow, I'm going to put this in. But there's a lot going on. I just want to clarify with you guys to get on the good page, because I don't want to keep on recording with my default pack and for you guys to think every video that you click on, like, wow, those are just stolen from Huawei or from this person or from that person. In all honesty, I have a list of the things that are different with my resource pack. I have a different hotbar. As you guys can see, I have the clear GUI hotbar thing, and that's because I don't like seeing the big bulky boxes around it. I've had that for such a long time, it's crazy. I have the light up bow. I've had a light up bow for as long as I can remember. When I actually got serious about PvP and actually became decent at the game, that's when I started using light up bows. I developed actually from having what is it called? Like the outside of the bow, like the rim of it light up, to the actual arrow lighting up. And I like the arrow a lot more, because faithful packs that I used to have the arrow light up, and this one has the arrow light up in default, and I'm like, whoa, that's sick, I need to use this. I actually got it from Skips' resource pack when he released, well, Skips uses his for a long time, but he hasn't released it yet, I don't think, but I stole it from him, I'm gonna tell you that, wink wink. What else do I have? I have the black fishing rod, which are really common in a lot of PvP packs. It's pretty much the most common ones are the brown one or the black one, but tons of people use those everywhere. Highlighted ores for UHC, which is pretty standard in almost every UHC pack, which I thought, hey, you know what? A lot of people are using them nowadays. Let me just throw those into my pack because they're really nice. I like them a lot. I used to use them, but I took them off because once upon a time during a spoon season a long time ago, we disallowed them because it was kind of like, hey, is that cheating or not? Let's just take them out. But now it's like, just use them. Who cares? Just put the highlighted ores in. Everybody has it anyways. It's different if only one person has it compared to if everybody has it. If you're playing UHC and everybody is using highlighted ores, what's the difference if everybody or nobody's using it? Same thing. And next thing I have is low fire, which is self-explanatory. Nobody likes seeing fire up to their neck. That is ridiculous. And clear water, because when I go underwater, I want to see my enemies when I fight them. I don't want to see them. So similarities between my resource pack and I guess Huawei's be the most famous default pack. The similarities that we have are clear water, low fire, fishing rod, and bow. Clear water and low fire are things that every single resource pack that's PvP related has, guaranteed. And so is the bow. Every PvP pack is light up bow. The only thing that we have in common are the fishing rods, which are kind of 50-50, because I have seen a lot of PvP packs with black rods, but most of the time it is a faithful pack that has those. This is one of the first default ones I saw, and Skips had it in his pack, and I was like, dude, how'd you get that black fishing rod? Did you texture it yourself? And he just sent it over to me, which was really nice of him. So I want to know your guys' opinions. Oh yeah, by the way, this is where I fight some guy with really good armor, and it was a crazy fight. I don't know how this one turns out, actually. I played this game a while ago. I'm voicing over this way in the future. Fear from the future. It is right now, almost 8 o'clock, and I recorded this at early 7 o'clock, so it wasn't that long ago. But yeah, what do you guys like using as your resource pack? Are you guys one of the Defscape people? Are you guys one of the Huawei resource pack users? By the way, if you guys have never seen Huawei's default edit, it is actually very nice. Supposedly, he retextured every single block in it, and it looks amazing. But I just don't like the nether in it, because you cannot see a thing. But other than that, it's a really nice pack. I like it a lot. What else? There are Faithful, Default, Defscape. They're like the Sphax resource packs. I used to use Sphax when I first started. Sphax is kind of like that really cartoony one that's really weird to use. I don't know how I feel about those at all. Oh yeah, that's how I kill this guy. He lags out and he's kind of just standing there. So I just take advantage, pick up all the loot, and kind of walk away. Lucky for me. I would have killed him anyway. I was out more hearts at him and I had him on the run, and I would have just sorted him and got him. Pretty sure I could have outplayed that guy, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say that I only killed him because of the lag. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So be sure to comment your favorite resource pack down below. I'm really curious of that, because I've had my phases personally. When I had my hardcore survival series, I used to use straight up Sphax. Then it was straight up Faithful. And ever since Spoon Season 3, it's been straight up Default from Season 3, which was in March, all the way up to now, which has been almost a solid year of just using straight up Default. So I love it a lot. It's pretty much the original feel of Minecraft with the little textures that just make the game better itself. Because a lot of things are just annoying in Default that they should fix overall. Let's be honest, does anybody really like the high fire? If any of you guys watching this video can say to me in an honest way, I like the really high fire in my face, and give me a solid explanation for it, you're magical. Because nobody likes seeing fire in their face, nobody likes going underwater and being blind. And hey, if you're PvPing and competitive about it, UHC, nobody doesn't want to see your bow lighting up when you shoot it. Because it just tells you when you're going to hit a crit with your bow, which is amazing. And that's pretty much it. So if you think about it, my default edit is not even really a default edit. It's just a different color fishing rod and a different GUI hotbar thing at the bottom. Oh, here we go. Here's the wreckage. Boom. I did really well in that fight. But yeah, I just want to know your guys' opinions on resource packs, let you guys know where my things came from, and kind of clear up some things for those of you who thought, hey, Fear just stole this from Huawei, stole this from that person, or whatever. Just wanted to have a little talk with you guys about that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys next time.